Okay, good evening to you all. Today is our day two of this 3 month data analytics bootcamp. Like I said, this bootcamp will last for about 3 months, and today is our day two. So, like always, we will start by showing our outlines. That is what we have to cover for the day. So, today, day two, we'll have a recap on day one. And also, today, we are going to discuss about introduction to Excel. We'll look at workbook, worksheet, how to save a file, and then we'll look at rows and columns. Later on, we'll look at cell and cell designation, grid lines, table and table borders, width and height. Then we'll have question and answer, conclusion, and then we call it a day. So, a recap on the one, that is what we have done yesterday. If you can recall, we have introduction to the entire training. That is what to expect and what the training is all about. We all discussed about that yesterday, and I told you what how the training is going to be carried out, and also the I advise you on some of the best practices you should maybe adopt throughout this training, which I believe will help you to kind of follow along and learn more about this uh, training. Okay, so today we are going to have introduction to Microsoft uh, Excel. That's what we are going to have. So what is this Microsoft Excel? Oh, I'm not going to give a definition of what Microsoft Excel is all about, but I'll tell you how important Microsoft Word is. You see, Microsoft Word is okay. So, like I said, we are going to have an introduction to Microsoft Excel as part of our today's outline. And I will tell you, I'm not going to say what is Microsoft Excel to have a definition of it. No, I'll tell you what Microsoft Word is all about, the importance of Microsoft Word, and what you need to know about it, and why you are learning it. So, Microsoft Word is a very, very powerful software which is universally recognized software, which is uh, if you can say it or you can even check online, is one of the most consistently and most frequent used software all over the world, because you can find people using Microsoft Excel anywhere you maybe might work in any industry, different profession, health sector, agriculture, or any profession you might know. And anywhere you might find yourself, they are working with Microsoft Excel. So some people will call it spreadsheet. You can hear the name somewhere because they used to maybe call it that way. So you can be confused. What is spreadsheet? What is Microsoft Excel? So this is it. So Microsoft Word is very powerful. And this software uh, despite being used by almost every organization all over the world, the software is used for calculations. A lot of calculation are used. People are using Microsoft Word to do such calculation, being it financial calculation, statistical calculation, business calculations, analytical calculation. Even now, machine learning calculation are being conducted in Microsoft Excel. Issue of forecasting, machine learning, creating of models. There are many people that are using it because, like I said, Microsoft Word is powerful. It's one university on its own. There are many things you can do in it, which I don't even know. Even people were saying that Microsoft company released Microsoft Excel without even knowing what the tool can do. So it's people now that are exploring the tool and teaching people what they can do with the tool, because you can even do a lot of programming in it using Visual Basic. You can do different things and many things in it. So calculation is among the things you can use. So data entry is part of what you can use Microsoft Excel for. So you can use it for data entry. Like I said yesterday, data entry or data collection is one of the first method in data analytics journey. So data entry is part of what you can do in Microsoft Excel, because it has a very way of using relational database in it. So also data analysis, or you can say data analytics. all what we have discussed yesterday in your journey, you can use Microsoft Excel for that. So data analysis is part of the thing that you can use or you can do with Microsoft Excel. I used to tell a lot of people this. Any tool, any analytical tool you might learn in your life or you go and learn in your life, if you don't know how to use Microsoft Excel efficiently, you have a big gap in your knowledge of data analysis. So this is like the foundation and the mother of all the tools you might know in data analytics. And almost all these tools were built on this Microsoft Excel. So different tools you might know, they just came to ease the work up in Microsoft Excel, but not to make you more maybe perfect or something. No, it's just to ease your work and maybe make your works, maybe you can call it fancy, but I used to tell people whatever you can do in most of this software, you can also do it in Microsoft Excel in as much as you are perfect in using it. So it's very powerful in this. And another thing that I would tell you in this is that you see data analytics, data analysis, and all things like this. Any interview you're going to do in this profession, data analysis, and the rest, 99% of the questions will come from Microsoft Excel. That's how it's going to be. 99% of the question will come from Microsoft Excel functions, formula, and things related to it. Because that's the thing they will ask. Other tools, they might ask you maybe the importance of the tools, maybe the advantage of the tools. That's what they will tell you. But Microsoft tool is kind of what they will ask you question about, because you need to learn how to write a lot of functions in it, and you need to learn how to do a lot of derivation in it. Another thing is data visualization. Of course, Microsoft Excel, you can use it for data visualization. People can use SQL to clean their data, to do a lot of data transformation. At the end of the day, they can come to Microsoft Excel to do the data visualization. And one of the best thing about it, about Microsoft Excel, all the processes, like I told you, all the processes and the journey of data analytics, you can do them in Microsoft Excel. But other tools, you cannot do all the processes in them. Like, for example, SQL, you can use SQL for analysis, for transformation, and the rest, but you cannot use it for you cannot use it for data visualization, because SQL is not meant for that, even though it's one of the powerful analysis programming languages that are out there, but you cannot use it for data visualization. So Excel, you can use that for data visualization. Another thing you can use in Excel is automation. There are many automations you can do in Microsoft Excel to automate your works, to ease your work, so that a work that you did maybe more frequently, you can automate that work. For example, anything you can do weekly, or something that you perform it maybe monthly, a report or analysis that you did monthly, you can automate that so that every month you don't need to repeat the same thing. All you need to is maybe to click on one thing, and thus it will do the work for you. There are many things you can do with Microsoft Excel that has to do with maybe making it as using it as a database, and the rest of the things. So these are uh, all about Microsoft Excel, and that's what we are going to learn. But yeah, we're not going to cover it all. Maybe we're going to cover it everything in it in this boot camp. No, we are not. But of course, we'll learn more and more in it, because, like I said, this data analytics knowledge, 80% to 90% of the knowledge you need to learn Microsoft Excel. That's what you need, and that's what you will be using throughout your life. Because, like I said, anywhere you might find yourself, not even in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, you cannot escape working with Microsoft Excel. And people that are working in most of the maybe industries or organizations or companies, they can attest to this. They know this is what is going on. Anything, all the documents, most of the documents in the company comes in Microsoft Excel. So we'll work with Microsoft Excel. We'll learn a lot of things in it, including the data entry, like I said, including the data processing, transformation, analysis, visualization. We'll finish all that. After that, then we move to my SQL, then we move to Power BI, PowerPoint, and then we call it a day. So these are the things we are going to cover in this uh, bootcamp, like I said. So let's go and look at this Microsoft Excel because I already told you what we are going to cover today. So um, we are going to cover a lot of things in it, right from the workbook, worksheet, and many different things in it. So let's go. I'm going to stop the sharing. I'll open my Microsoft Excel so that you will see it. I'll introduce you to it and we'll start working with it today. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'll open my. Okay, I'm sharing my screen back again. Okay, I believed you can all see my screen. So the first thing after introduction to Microsoft Excel, from our outlines, I said we are going to start with workbook and worksheet. So let's talk about this workbook and worksheet before we continue with the rest of the outline. So what is workbook? Workbook is a file, is the Microsoft Excel file. That is the workbook. And this workbook, whenever you open the Microsoft Excel, you will see this workbook here. They write book one. So this book one or workbook in some of the previous version of Microsoft Excel, you will see workbook there. So this book one, the file is the workbook. And when we say worksheet, this is worksheet. You see here under here, we have sheet one. And there is a plus sign here. If you click on this plus sign, you will have sheet two. You click it, you'll have sheet three. Click it, you'll have sheet four. So we have sheets inside a workbook. So that's what that what workbook and worksheet means in Microsoft Word. But there are things related to this worksheet and workbook which before we move there, okay, let me show you how to save the file. Let's save the file before we talk about things related to this. So when you click on Control S, you all know it will ask you to name your file. So I can name it anything. Maybe I can name it, or I can come here, save as, to click browse. So under this browse, I will hover uh where my folder is. For example, okay, I have data analytics folder, so this is yours. So maybe I'll write it sample file. So this is how you save a name. This is the best practice of saving a file. You put underscore, not space in the name of the file. So that's the best way of saving the file. So I just put sample file. So you click on save. So now I save the workbook. So this file that I just saved with sample file is the workbook. So we call it workbook. And in it, there are sheets. So I can create a lot of sheets in it. So let's talk about things that contain or things that we have in this sheet or in this worksheet. Okay. There are many things in this worksheet and in this worksheet that we just created. You see, we have this sheet. So what we have in it, first of all, is these rows and columns. Each worksheet in Microsoft Excel or in single workbook has about 1,048,576 rows in it. So if you hold your control and press down key, it will take you to the last row that we have in each worksheet, which is 1,048,576 rows. That's what we have in in all the worksheets that you see here Each of them has this number of rows. And also, each of these has about 16,384 columns. Now, if you hold your controller and press forward key on your laptop, it will tell you to the last column that we have in it. So you cannot see the number of columns, but you see them in alphabets XFD. This XFD, as you see it, it starts from A. And when it reach Z, it start with AA, AB, AC. It will reach AZ. Then it will start AB, BA, BC up till there. So that's why it's about 16,000 of columns, more than 16,000 of columns that we have in it. So each sheet has 1,048,000 rows, more than 1,048,000 rows, and it has more than 16,000 columns in it. So, and in one single workbook, you can have more than 255 sheets in it, each single workbook. So imagine the powerful of this Microsoft Excel workbook and how many data this Microsoft Excel can take. So that way, one single file of Microsoft Excel, one single file can take the entire data of Nigeria. One single file. We can put all the information of Nigerians in it, including the name of your, maybe your animals, maybe a lot of things. You can put everything in it because it takes a lot of things in it. These columns that you see, 16,000 columns, so you can use the columns to segregate the information of people and put it the way you want. So it's a very powerful file, and that's why I told you from the beginning that people are using it as a database because it can take a lot of data. That's why a lot of companies, a lot of industries, a lot of ministries, NGOs are saving their files inside Microsoft Excel. And like I said, not only in Nigeria, everywhere you might find yourself, all the website you are seeing online, they are saving the data in CSV file, and CSV is part of the extension of Microsoft Excel. So at the end of the day, every data in the world is coming back to Microsoft Excel. Any data you know in this world is coming back to Microsoft Excel. So this is what this workbook and worksheet is all about. So let me discuss about these rows and columns that I just mentioned. If you look at Microsoft Excel, you will see numbers. These numbers that goes horizontally, the row like this, you see these are the rows. These are the rows. So we have 1, 2, 3 up till 1,048,576 rows. So that's for the rows. And for the columns are for this ABCD. So you see, we have this A, B, C, D, E, F. So they go vertically like this. But you see, rows are the vertical ones while columns are the horizontal ones. So this is column A, this is column B, column C, column D, and this is row 1, row 2, row 3. So in Microsoft Excel, you cannot say column 1. You cannot say column 2. You cannot say column 3. You cannot say column 4. You can only say row 1, row 2, row 3. Or you can say column A, column B, column C, column D, column X, Y, Z, and the rest. So this is how it is in Microsoft Excel. Another thing that we are going to discuss about is the issue related to these lines that we are seeing, all these lines inside Microsoft Excel. This is what we call a grid lines. These are grid lines in Microsoft Excel. All these lines, as you can see, as far as concerned, they are not there. They are only there to help you navigate through Microsoft Excel sheets, but they are not there. If you go to view, under view, and you untick on grid lines, they will be gone. You see, it's kind of clean. It's kind of clean, white, blank space like this. So that's how Microsoft Word is. The way Microsoft Office is, that's how Microsoft Excel is. Those grid lines are just there to guide you, but you cannot see them. If you want to print your file, you are not going to see those grid lines. You are going to see it as white as it is like this, unless maybe you put the table or you put the table borders. That's only when you will see that lines inside Microsoft Excel. But as far as concerned, such lines that you are seeing are grid lines are only there to guide you. So another thing I will talk about is this sheet that you see in Microsoft Word is made up of cells. So whenever I click somewhere, you see I just click on something. So all these rectangles that you are seeing are what we call cells inside Microsoft Excel. And each cell that you see here has a designation. It has its own name, or you can call it reference. So when you click on each cell, for you to know the name of the cell is to look at the column, the name of the column, and the name of the row it falls. So that means to know the designation of a cell is for you to know the intersection of column and row inside Microsoft Excel. That one will give you the name of the cell. So now if I click on this cell, you see I just click on this. If you look at what column it falls under, so you see it falls under column G. Column G. And when you look at row, it falls under row 5. So now this intersection of this column and row, it gives us the name of this particular cell, which is G5. So when you come here, you click here is C9. When you come here, you see H11. If you come here, it is C16. So any cell in this Microsoft Excel sheet has its own distinctive name. So there is no cell in Excel that has the same name with the other cell. None. So it only takes the name of the cell, a different name with the other cell. So we have F1, F2, F3, up till F1,400 and 48,576 row. So if you go down like this, that's how it's continue working like this for you. And we also have the column you see G1, H1, E1, and like that. That's how it goes. So that what cell and cell designation is all about. And I already talked about grid lines. You know what grid lines are all about. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is table and table border. So like I already told you that if you want to know uh uh whether these cells with these grid lines are there, I told you if you go to, let me just print preview this. If you print preview it, you are not going to see anything because we do not write anything yet on it. But let me just write something. I'm sorry, I'm just writing something for you so that you will know, you will see something. Let me just click on print preview. You see, this text that I just write is what we just saw as what we are going to print. Where are all these grid lines? Like I told you, is just grid lines. They're just there to guide you. You not see anything. And all these text that I wrote are under cell. So this cell that you see can take maybe more than 100 pages inside single cell. So I can write more than 100 pages. I can copy more than 100 pages from Microsoft Word and paste it inside one single cell in Excel. So that's how powerful Excel is. So, like I said, this Excel can take a lot of text in it, and that, like I said, you can copy the entire maybe project or something and put it inside single cell like this, and it will contain it in it. So, even this cell in Microsoft Excel is very powerful. Single cell, only this D6, you can put a lot of pages from Microsoft Excel in it. So, it's very, very uh powerful. So you see that I just write a text here, and when we try to print it, it shows uh, a blank page like this. So we'll talk about the tables and tables border. That means how are we going to create something in this Microsoft Excel to create a border so that when we try to print it, it will print it in a tabular form the way we want it to be printed like that. So we are going to learn that. But before we go there, we'll look at cursor in Excel. So I will take you briefly about cursor in Excel, even though it's not part of our outlines, but we'll cover it because we are going to start using it right from today. And like I told you, all what we are going to learn, I'm assuming we are all beginners in this, and that's why we need to learn everything from the scratch. So Kuso, unlike Kuso in computer, the way we use this Kuso, this that I'm just shaking, you are seeing it, it's what we call Kuso in computer. I believe you all know it. So it's not the way you use it in computer, that's not how it is in Microsoft Excel. This Kuso that you see in Microsoft Excel, it has more than 7 features in Microsoft Excel, not like the way we use it in computer. First of all, is it has highlighting feature in it. So if you want to highlight your cells, you already know what cells is. So if you want to highlight cells, your cells in Microsoft Excel, you need to look at how your cursor horn into. So whenever you come at the middle of a cell like this, your cursor, let me zoom it a little bit, your cursor will turn into this white plus like this. It will turn to this. But you hold your left click like this and you highlight over the cells. You see, now I'm highlighting the cells. So that's one of the feature that this cursor has. So if I come here, maybe I want to highlight from, let's say from A1 from A to D and to maybe 11. So I will just do it like this. Then I will do it like this. That means I highlighted the cells. So that's what highlighting is all about. You hold your left click and then you drag. Just drag across. And if you want to scroll it down, just continue scrolling up till where you want to stop. And then you stop where you want to stop. So that's what highlighting is all about, the highlighting feature. So secondly, what we'll look at is the dragging feature. So for you to dragging is like duplicating what is inside a cell. If, for example, I write 1 and I press enter, so whenever you write something in Excel, you need to go out of it in order for you to write it, to write another thing somewhere. So the best thing to do is to press enter from your keyboard. So like, for example, I write 102, I press enter, then I come to row 2. I can write 3, I press enter like this. So that's how it works in Excel. So now, if I want to duplicate, that means I want to drag whatever is inside this A1, I want to drag it across maybe up till 11, that is row 11. So all I need is to come here at the edge of the cell. You see now my cursor turned into black plus. You see it turned into black. Not unlike before, it turned into white. Now it turned into what? Black. Black plus like this. So now if I hold left click again and I drag down, it's going to duplicate the 2 for me. That's for the duplicate. And this duplicate, you can do it across the rows and also the columns. So you can do it horizontally and you can do it vertically. So now uh I do it horizontally. So let me do it vertically and show you. So I click on 2, I press somewhere and I go back to it. So now I hold my left click and I go vertically. So from vertically also you can go horizontally. You see I create this two across all this across all this column and row. So that's one thing about this dragging. Dragging is like duplicating. Please understand that. Another thing for this cursor is moving. Apart from highlighting and dragging is moving. So for moving, you need to come at the middle edge or bottom of the cell. But middle bottom of the cell. You see now I'm at the middle. It just shows 3 navigation on it, the up, down, and forward, the up, forward, and backward. You see that what it shows. So if I come here now, I hold my left click, it means I'm moving whatever is inside this cells. I'm moving it to anywhere I want. For example, I'll write 4, press enter, go back to it. You see now if I hold left click, I can move this 4 from A1, I can take it to H3. Now I drop it as at H3. So whatever I have, I can even highlight whatever I have. For example, now I have 2 here. I can duplicate it like this. I can duplicate these 2 across here. Maybe I want to move whatever is inside this A and B. I want to move them to what? To F and G. Or I want to move them, I can highlight them like this. I want to move them to C and D. Or I want to move them to E and F like this. So that's how you move. You just hold your left click and move whatever is inside that cell. You move it to anywhere you want to move it. So another thing that we have in this Excel, Kuso in Excel also, we have a feature of inserting a column and inserting a row, or highlighting a column and highlighting a row. So if you come at the middle of column like this, if you click here, you highlighted the entire row. You see now the cursor turn into single downward arrow. So now if you click here, you highlighted the entire row. So even if I have everything, maybe I have I have data under this column. Once I click here and I delete this, for example, I click on delete, I delete the entire data that is inside this. I deleted it. And it's not like I deleted column A. This column A, B, C, and row A, it will never, you can never delete that. It's there, but you can delete the data that is under it. So that another feature of Kuso is to select the entire row. And also we can use it to select the entire row. This one is to select the entire column, and this one is to select the entire row. So it will come, the cursor turn into black forward arrow. So now we click here, we select the entire row, and we can delete it, and we can do a lot of things when we selected the entire row. So that's another feature that we have in it. The next thing that we'll talk about this cursor also is something related to increasing the width and the height of the cell. So now I can increase the width of the column by coming to the edge of the column. You see now the cursor turn into two forward and backward arrows. All these arrows that I'm telling you, if you understand it, you see that the cursor is changing dynamically the way anything that we are going to do, the cursor is changing. So that's how the cursor works in Excel. And whatever the way it changed, it's telling you what you do or what you can do when it changes. So when you come to the edge of any column, you hold left click. Now I increase the what? I increase the width of it. Now if I come back here, I decrease the width. If I want to increase that, then you come to the bottom edge of what? Of the row. Like this, now I increase the height of row one, and now I decrease the height of row one. So we increase the height and we also increase the width. So after saying all this, let's talk about the column, the table and table border. So whenever you want to put a table border in Microsoft Excel, you need to first write the names of the columns that you need to create it. What are the columns header that you want to create it? For example, I want to start with ID number. ID number. For example, I want to start with uh, products, product name. Maybe I want to start with, I want to write, for example, states, gender, maybe salary. Maybe we can say bonus total. So maybe let me delete this for. So maybe this is what we want to the header that we want to create. And so you need to start with that. You need to start with that. Then you highlight this. You highlight from A to G, you highlight them. So how many rows do you want? Let's say we want to create the data for 15 people. So now what I'm going to do is highlight all this. Then after highlighting this, then I will highlight down up till 16. Row 16. Don't worry, we'll stop at row 16 uh because if we create one, two, now this is where 15 stop because row one is already taken by our header. So you need to highlight this. So when you highlight this, you need to come here. You see here, just click on this and click on all borders. So now, whenever you did this, you create your table. So now we create our table like this. So the next thing we are going to do is to customize this table that we just created. So I already show you how to increase the width and height. So now we just want to increase the width. For example, this, we need to increase the product name. We need to increase the state. Or we need to do it like this. We want to increase the gender. We want to increase the salary. We want to increase all this that you want to do. Go ahead and increase this the way you want. For the width, if you want to increase the width, go ahead and increase your width the way you want. Go ahead and do it. But don't worry. For now, I don't want you to touch this width. Please leave it the way it is like this. Don't touch it. Just leave it like this. For the width, don't touch it. But for the height, don't touch the height. Sorry, for the height, don't touch the height. But for the width, please increase the width and make it the way you want it to be. Increase it so that it will fit the data you want to put inside it. If you want, you can go ahead and even customize the text style, maybe I already put it at Arial and it's 12 font size. You can increase the font size the way you want. You can change it maybe to Times New Roman. Just select the name of uh the font style you want, maybe Times New Roman. Maybe you select Times New Roman, you want to increase the font size, select the font size. Maybe I can come here and increase the bold of this. So just click on bold. Maybe I can centralize it like this. So you can all do that in Microsoft Excel. So uh I think after saying all this, this is exactly where we are going to stop today. Please practice this. And what you are going to do after this, please try to insert data based on this that just try to create your table like this and fill it with any data. Just write any data of your choice inside it. Please go ahead and write any data. Complete it, because tomorrow if you come, we are going to do to continue with this table, because let me save this file. This is the file we are going to be using throughout this. I think throughout this bootcamp we are going to use this file, and this is how we are going to create the data by ourselves. So please try to learn this, practice how to create this table. Don't rush it. Like I said, practice this, learn how to do this. We have covered a lot in this. Try to learn how to drag, how to increase the width, the height, and the rest. Please try to learn how to do that. So if you have a question, please go ahead and drop your question and respond to it. If you don't have any question, I think we are going to draw the curtain here, and we meet tomorrow. Go ahead. If you have your question, please drop it in the chat. I'll respond to it. If you don't, I think it's time for us to call it a day. And please, from today, let me say this to you. I think from today, all of you should try as much as you can to name your Zoom account with your own name, please, so that will not remove you from this class. Yeah. You know, some people will share the link with other people, I know. So please try to rename your Zoom account with your own name, please. Yes, 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 Muhammad Amin Abakar. And another reason why you need to put your name, so that I will know you with your names. So if you use different names and the rest, it will be difficult for us to know each other. So yes, as you said, Muhammad, yes, you can drag two or more cells together. You can drag them. Like the way I just move the cells for you. For example, now I can write 2 here. I can write, for example, A here. I can write B here. So if I want, for example, I can come here, I can drag them. You see, the way I just did it, I drag them vertically, and I can also drag them horizontally. You see, I duplicate the same 3 cells here. I duplicated them like this. So yes, you can do it like that. Yes, there is a difference between data analytics and data analysis. And if you listen or if you attended our class yesterday, believe me, you will know the difference between the two terms. But don't worry, I'm just uploading the class. I think I will share the class with you. So those of you that missed the class will listen to that, and they will know the difference between the two. But the reason why you asked this question, I believe you did not attend yesterday's class. If you did, you will not ask this question. Yes, if you want to design the table, you need to highlight the cells that you want to work with. Highlight them. If you do not highlight them, if you go here over, let me just come here. For example, now, if you come over here that I show you to put all border, if you put all border, it will only affect A1. So it's because you did not highlight the cells that you want to work with. So what you need is to highlight the cells. Maybe I want to work with A to H and up to maybe all this. Even if it is 1 million, just hold it until you reach maybe across this. You reach here and then you stop here at 607. Then you go here, all border, and you put this. So that means I create a table with about 607 rows. So that's how you do it if you want to work with it. Okay, so if I want to remove it, I'll just say no border, then it would get rid of that for me. Yes, you can do that, Muhammad. I mean, I already show you how to move more than two O cells together. I show you how to do that in this video. I already show you. So for the dragging, I'll show you how to move them. So the way you highlight more than two cells, that's how you can drag more than two cells. That's how you can move more than two cells. And also that how you can select more than two cells or two rows or columns. You can do that in Excel. So you can do more than even millions of, you can highlight them, you can drag them, you can move them. Please go ahead. If you have any question, go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask your question if you have any. And please keep practicing this, especially those that this is the beginner level for them. Please, I highly recommend, please practice this from today till tomorrow. Just keep practicing what we have done. Don't go anywhere. Keep practicing what you have learned today. Keep practicing it. Don't mind the way we are doing it. Just keep practicing. Keep practicing so that you will not have much on your head. Maybe tomorrow you come and do something, you will get confused and the rest. Please try to be attending, try to keep attending the class. I already told you yesterday, the recording is not the purpose and it's just a privilege, it's not a right. So if I get the time to do it for you, I'll do it. I didn't even have the time to work on your recording until uh maybe after 8 today. As I'm going to start this video, that's when I got the time to even start uploading your video. So don't expect me that, okay, you will not come to the class. You'll just keep asking me for the recording. If I didn't give you the recording, you abuse me. That's what some people are doing. Please, I'm not going to do that for you. If it is because of the recording, like I said yesterday, I have these classes. I have 80 something recorded classes of this. I have them already. All these classes, I have them already. If it is because of this recording, all of you, I will ask you to stop coming to this class. Then I will just keep dropping the recording in the group for you. Every day, day one, day two, I have them from day one up till day 80, 86. I have the recordings and they are there with me. So if it is because of that recording, I'll just tell you to stop coming to this class. I'll drop the recording for you. But please, I want you to come to this class. I want us to do this live together. That's how I do my classes. I don't want to maybe do a pre-recorded classes just to give you that maybe for you to even think I just take your maybe 30,000 and I start dropping link for you to watch. That's not how it works. I want us to do it here. You have a question, you ask me a question based on what we discussed. I respond to your question. And the question you will ask me is not the question that last year, the participant of last year asked me. That's how it works. So it all depend on the people we are working with or we have here. So please attend the class. So we all have a lot of things to do. We are all working. We are all busy. So try as much as you can to be in the class. I know we can have a lot of issues with network. Yeah, that is something else. But yeah, if you try your best, you can be here. If you did not, you wait for the recording. I told you it's not always that the recording will be available. It's not every day. I told you that. So don't rely on my recordings. Don't rely on the recordings. Attend the class, and that shows how serious you are to learn this and to follow along till the end of this. Okay. So yeah, I'm working on your class, on your the one class, and I believed maybe I think I will check it if it is all maybe done. I'll share the link with you to watch the one class. And even this day too, I'll try my best to see that I work on it tonight if I'm done with all what I'm doing. Maybe if I didn't, it will maybe be another carry over tomorrow. Maybe I'll share it with you and the rest. Please, if you have question, drop your question. And like I said, those of you that did not watch our class yesterday, I saw their messages on my WhatsApp asking when the class is going to hold. I think I said that even in the flyer that you saw when you registered. Class is going to be held every day by 9 p.m. and it's going to be every day. From now, from yesterday, we are going to be having class every day till in the next 3 months. We'll stop at 31st July. 2025. That's when we'll have our final class. But like I said, every seventh day is going to be off for your weekly mini project. That is assignment. So that is every Wednesday will not have a class with you. So it's for your assignment. Every Wednesday is for assignment. Every Wednesday is for assignment. We don't have a class that day. So we'll send the assignment for you. So you work on your assignment on that particular day. So we meet the next Thursday. So that's how it works. So please take note on this. And that's how this bootcamp is going to hold till the end of it. So I think there is no any question from anybody. Yeah, I know. I know you are experiencing network glitch and the rest. Yeah, of course. Me too, I'm experiencing that network glitch. And that's why I said I'm not promised. Don't rely on the recorded classes. Don't rely on that. So even if I have the network glitch and the rest, maybe that's when I'm going to call the class off. But we are going to have the class the next day. Oh, I will definitely share the class with you to maybe the previous one to whatever what I did with other people, but we'll carry it over the next day. So, yeah, I know you have a lot of issues. We all have these issues, but please try your best to have different networks. That's what I used to do. I have different networks. So you too, you have to. Part of how serious you are in this is to for you to try your best to have different networks. Have Airtel, have MTN, have others. Just put some data in it and hold on every day. In the till the next 3 months, till the next 3 months of your life. Try as much as you can to do that. But I don't want you to fully rely on recorded class. Please don't do that. No, I didn't say anything about the ID number, product, and maybe I didn't talk about anything about that. I didn't say it just to create the table that I show you. But don't worry. Like I said, I'm recording this class. I'll work on it also. Maybe it will be tomorrow or tonight. I'll try my best to even put it tonight so that you can try to watch it because I don't want please try as much as you can. I'm sorry for the way network is in some of our states. I know, but other states are not experiencing the network, especially those in maybe Abuja, Port Harcourt, maybe and the rest of the country. Some people they don't have such issues, but in our states, maybe we might experience that. But don't worry, like I said, I'll try my best to record the videos but I don't want you to rely on the video. Sometimes I'll put the recording, it's not recording. Sometimes my computer will be full, so the recording will stop. So it's when we are done, I realize that the computer is full, so it's not recording anything, and we lost the recording. You are there relying on the recorded class. You didn't see the recorded class, and you will start feeling maybe you are cheated or you are somewhere. You pay your money, then you should be here. So that how it's supposed to be. You pay your money, just come here and so that we exhaust your money for you. Okay. So please try as much as you can to attend the class. Please. I will definitely try my best to see that I recorded the class for you and it will help you sometimes to follow along and to see what we have done. But attending the class is the most important thing to do. So I wish you all the best. So someone say from Port Harcourt, the network is bad. So Port Harcourt people, I thought Port Harcourt has 5G there inside the Port Harcourt. I don't know the local government you are in the Port Harcourt, but I believe inside the Port Harcourt you have a very good network. I don't know the area you are, but yeah, someone said even Port Harcourt has bad network. So maybe it's nationwide. So, but we try our best to see that we are here and we do it like this. So I'm sorry for the bad network, but thank you so much for this. And this is our day 2 of 86. So yeah, before you know it, we'll finish this thing together. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful dream. Bye bye.